Felidae. Felidae is a family of mammals in the order Carnivora, colloquially referred to as cats, and constitutes a clade. A member of this family is also called a felid. The term cat refers both to felids in general and specifically to the domestic cat, Felis catus. The Felidae species exhibit the most diverse fur pattern of all terrestrial carnivores. Cats have retractile claws, slender muscular bodies and strong flexible forelimbs. Their teeth and facial muscles allow for a powerful bite. They are all obligate carnivores, and most are solitary predators ambushing or stalking their prey. Wild cats occur in Africa, Europe, Asia and the Americas. Some wild cat species are adapted to forest habitats, some to arid environments, and a few also to wetlands and mountainous terrain. Their activity patterns range from nocturnal and crepuscular to diurnal, depending on their preferred prey species. Reginald Dinispocic divided the extant Felidae into three subfamilies, the Pantherinae, the Felidae and the Acinonychinae, differing from each other by the ossification of the hyoid apparatus and by the cutaneous sheaths which protect their claws. This concept has been revised following developments in molecular biology and techniques for analysis of morphological data. Today, the living Felidae are divided in two subfamilies, the Pantherinae and Felidae, with the Acinonychinae subsumed into the latter. Pantherinae includes 5 Panthera and 2 Neophilis species, while Felidae includes the other 34 species and 10 genera. The first cats emerged during the Oligocene about 25 million years ago, with the appearance of Proilurus and Pseudailourus. The latter species complex was ancestral to two main lines of felids, the cats in the extant subfamilies and a group of extinct cats of the subfamily Machaerodontinae, which include the saber-toothed cats such as the Smilodon. The false saber-toothed cats, the Barbarfelidae and Nimrabidae, are not true cats, but are closely related. Together with the Felidae, Viverridae, hyenas and mongooses, they constitute the Feliformia. Characteristics. All members of the cat family have the following characteristics in common. The color, length and density of their fur is very diverse. Fur color covers the gamut from white to black, and fur pattern from distinctive small spots, stripes to small blotches and rosettes. Most cat species are born with a spotted fur, except the jaguarundi, Herpylurus jaguarundi, Asian golden cat, Catapuma temminckii, and caracal, caracal. The spotted fur of lion, Panthera leo, and cougar, Puma concolor, cubs change to a uniform fur during their ontogeny. Those living in cold environments have thick fur with long hair, like the snow leopard, Panthera uncia, and the Pallas's cat, Otocolobus monal. Those living in tropical and hot climate zones have short fur. Several species exhibit melanism with all black individuals. In the great majority of cat species, the tail is between a third and a half of the body length, although with some exceptions, like the lynx species and margay. Cat species vary greatly in body and skull sizes, and weights. Most cat species have a haploid number of 18 or 19. Central and South American cats have a haploid number of 18, possibly due to the combination of two smaller chromosomes into a larger one. Evolution. The Felidae family is part of the Feliformia, a suborder that diverged probably between 50.6 and 35 million years ago into several families. The Felidae and the Asiatic linsangs are considered a sister group, which split between 35.2 to 31.9 million years ago. The earliest cats probably appeared between 35 and 28.5 million years ago. Proilurus is the oldest known cat that occurred after the Eocene-Oligocene extinction event about 33.9 million years ago. Fossil remains were excavated in France and Mongolia's Shanda Gulf Formation. Fossil occurrences indicate that the Felidae arrived in North America earliest 25 million years ago. This is about 20 million years later than the Ursidae and the Nimrabidae, and about 10 million years later than the Canidae. In the early Miocene between 20 and 16.6 million years ago, Pseudailourus lived in Africa. Its fossil jaws were also excavated in geological formations of Europe's Valsian, Asia's Middle Miocene and North America's late Hemingfordian to late Barstovian epochs. In the early or Middle Miocene, the saber-toothed Machaerodontinae evolved in Africa and migrated northwards in the late Miocene. With their large upper canines, they were adapted to prey on large-bodied megaherbivores. Myomachaerodus is the oldest known member of this subfamily. Metylurus lived in Africa and Eurasia between 8 and 6 million years ago. Several Paramachaerodus skeletons were found in Spain. Homotherium appeared in Africa, Eurasia and North America around 3.5 million years ago, and Meganteron about 3 million years ago. Smilodon lived in North and South America from about 2.5 million years ago. This subfamily became extinct in the late Pleistocene. Results of mitochondrial analysis indicate that the living Felidae species descended from a common ancestor, which originated in Asia in the late Miocene epoch. They migrated to Africa, Europe and the Americas in the course of at least 10 migration waves during the past 11 million years. Low sea levels, interglacial and glacial periods facilitated these migrations. Panthera blithii is the oldest known pantherine cat dated to the late Messinian to early Zanclean ages about 4.1 to 5.95 million years ago. A fossil skull was excavated in 2010 in Zonda County on the Tibetan Plateau. Panthera paleosinensis from North China probably dates to the late Miocene or early Pliocene. The skull of the holotype is similar to that of a lion or leopard. Panthera's sky dates to the Gelasian about 2.55 to 2.16 million years ago. Several fossil skulls and jaw bones were excavated in northwestern China. Panthera gombaszoicensis is the earliest known pantherine cat that lived in Europe between 1.95 and 1.77 million years ago. Living felids fall into 8 evolutionary lineages or species clades. Genotyping of nuclear DNA of all 41 felid species revealed that hybridization between species occurred in the course of evolution within the majority of the 8 lineages. Modeling of felid coat pattern transformations revealed that nearly all patterns evolved from small spots. Classification. Traditionally, 5 subfamilies have been distinguished within the Felidae based on phenotypical features: the Pantherinae, the Felinae, the Acinonychinae, and the extinct Machaerodontonae and Proilurinae. Living species. The following table shows the living genera within the Felidae, grouped according to the traditional phenotypical classification. Estimated genetic divergence times of the corresponding 8 genotypical evolutionary lineages are indicated in million years ago, Maya, based on analysis of autosomal, STNA, and NTNA gene segments, and estimates based on analysis of biparental nuclear genomes. Phylogeny. The phylogenetic relationships of living felids are shown in the following cladogram. Prehistoric taxa. Cladogram.